Welcome back to The Average Drinker. I'm Dara, I'm your average drinker, and holy moly, we just got back from Kentucky, and we have a lot to tell you about. We had a pretty epic haul on this trip, got some great bottles, but really we had so many insane, amazing experiences while we were out there, meeting so many awesome people. Oh my gosh.
Got some good swag.
Oh yeah,
We have a lot more too.
We have a lot of swag. Well, I had to wear this turkey shirt because, I love wild turkey, but I also just really loved this shirt. We loved it so much that we both got one.
Yep.
But you're wearing your Peerless shirt.
Peerless shirt and my Bardstown hat.
You
got
can't.
3 other hats upstairs, a couple shirts. So.
I got one hat.
Well, then you stole mine.
Well, I did. I did steal yours, your
Yep.
wild turkey hat. Okay, so we drove out there again. We drove out to Kentucky from Colorado. So, oh my gosh, that is such a long drive. We kind of made it a little bit shorter because the first day we drove to Manhattan, Kansas.
Yep. Stayed at Airbnb there. Had some, what was it? The Nancy at whatever, what was that bar we went to?
Okay, so back up a little bit.
Okay. Getting ahead of myself.
That's usually me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No, but so Manhattan is my college town. You've probably heard me say it before, but I went to K-State. So we stopped in Manhattan because I really wanted to go there. And plus, he hasn't got to see some of the cool places that I used to go in college. So we did go to that bar, which is freaking awesome. It's called So Long Saloon. Mm-hmm. And they have really, really good burgers. Right? You liked it?
Yeah.
Really good burgers. They have cheap-ass drinks. Not kidding you. The drinks are... The pour.
Yeah, I think I got
pour?
I got a pour of Booker's for like, I think it was $10 or just under $10
Yeah,
or something.
full pour.
Yeah.
It was like a 2-ounce, like a solid 2-ounce pour. And so we got that. We drink a Nancy, which is like a... What is that?
It was Bush Light. It was Bush Light and pineapple juice.
But so we drank those in college a lot, but they used to actually put Old Milwaukee in it. Old Milwaukee and pineapple juice. It sounds crazy, right? You can even get a dirty Nancy. Mm-hmm. So it's good stuff. We stayed there. We checked out some liquor stores there. Didn't really find anything this time.
No.
So.
We found nothing on our way to St. Louis because that was our next stop in St. Louis. But I guess before that, what are you drinking?
Sorry. Damn, that's good. I'm drinking some 4-Gate 4x4. We'll definitely be telling you about the 4-Gate.
And I'm drinking 4-Gate Kelvin Collab 4. So, but yeah, we'll tell you more about 4-Gate. But I guess before we get too far into it, because we kind of already got to the Manhattan portion.
We jumped ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, that's fine. Before we left, we decided, let's bring some whiskey with us, too. So, this is not an ad for Aged and Or, but we had bought some of their kits, and we filled a bunch of these up with whiskey. Can't quite see
You can't see them. We can show.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of these still have a little bit of whiskey in them.
But we drink most of it.
Yeah, we drink most of it. But it was just, we'd be at a hotel at night or the Airbnb having that. And then if you don't have them, again, it's an ad, but it's sort of an ad.
For traveling, if you want to drink whiskey and you don't want to, if you want to
travel
relax.
Glencairn holders, awesome. We bought one of these,
a while back.
4 to 6 months ago or so.
Yeah.
And whenever we travel, we've had these things. And got to be careful opening it up, but holds 2 Glens in there.
It's super handy.
Awesome. Highly recommend these if you travel. If you have the Agent Or set, great.
Oh, and you can. It comes with a little pin, so you can write on it. It's pretty handy. But I like these because, if you want to go relax in your hotel room or on a patio, because it's super nice out this time of year, you can just pour your own pours because, especially when you're traveling, you get more whiskey and then
But yeah, that allowed us to drink at some of the different hotels and Airbnbs and parents' house and everything else. So that was pretty cool. But I guess getting back to
so Manhattan.
So
then next morning we got
up and what was the place we went?
Oh, for breakfast, the Chef.
Yep.
We got to go to another epic place in Manhattan. So it's called the Chef, and they have just a very, very good classic breakfast. You have to get there 15 minutes before they open, and you stand in line. Because if you don't get there when they open, you're never going to get a seat in there. Literally never. It's so good. It's been like that. Even all through college, it was like that. They've been there for 50 years plus. Yep. So it was good. We ate good food. Yeah. And then we got back on the road again. Do you like the Chef?
Yeah, it was a good place. That was a place that had that bacon I said was some of the best bacon I've had.
Yeah, and you didn't even order bacon. I gave you mine.
I got your bacon.
So I don't like bacon. Yep, you heard it in the last video. Not the last, but the last Kentucky trip video. I said I didn't like bacon, I think. Okay, so back on track again.
Yeah, then we went to Columbia, stopped there, no liquor there. And
Well,
then,
we got to go to Dara's.
Oh, yeah, the gas
There's
station
a
called
Dara's gas station in Manhattan. And, like, there's like a whole chain of them, and it's spelled the same way as my name. So I'm like, we have to go to Dara's. I don't care if it's out of the way. Yep. And then I got a styrofoam cup. Yeah. Great story, right? Great story.
Yep. So then after the Columbia part, went to my family's house outside of St. Louis. If you're in the Wentzville area, kind of Defiance, New Melly, that's where I grew up. So we get there and just kind of hung out with family for a little while, had some food. And then I was looking in the liquor cabinet there because I had a bottle of Elijah Craig there that I usually leave a bottle or two of liquor at home. Mom's like, yeah, I drank some of that. So I bought another bottle and I was like, what'd you buy? And I opened up the cabinet. There's a bottle of Wild Turkey 101 there. I was like, hell yeah. And then I look up above that and this is in there. It's like a 1953 Old Fitz decanter.
It's really cool.
Yeah, we just don't have the stopper for it. And I was like, holy crap, where did this come from? It was my great aunt's when she passed away. Apparently she drank a lot of whiskey.
Which is really cool to know.
Yeah. And she had this I think it's 1953, at least if you go to Heaven Hill's website, it's on there as like one of the original decanters for Old Fitz. Yeah, Stitzel-Weller, because that's where it was from originally.
Or Steitzel-Weller, like the guy says in Kentucky.
Pappy probably made this.
He might have.
Yep, 5-year-old. But yeah, it was pretty cool finding this, and we brought it back home with us.
I thought it was cool that your mom was like, well, I got this Wild Turkey 101 because I watched your YouTube videos, and I know you guys like Wild Turkey 101. And then she said it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, back to this bottle. I got really ADD there for a second, but you were talking about how your aunt liked whiskey.
Great aunt.
Your great aunt liked whiskey. And my immediate thought, this makes me really bad. I was like, do you have any boxes laying around? I was asking Bill's mom, I'm like, do you have any boxes? Maybe we should go box diving to see if we can find like any old whiskey or something like that.
Yeah, there was nothing there.
There was nothing. We looked in a treasure chest. Nothing.
Yep, nothing there.
This was a treasure. It was pretty cool.
I guess the next morning we kind of got up, and then we did some hunting around the St. Louis, St. Charles area. Yeah. And I guess it's kind of where the story of the whiskey begins.
The whiskey that we got begins. So, it's the most epic bottle of all of them. The very first one.
Before you get to that, I'll give a little warning. This will probably be a little bit long video if you haven't gathered that already. Sorry for the longness, but we'll try to keep it as entertaining as possible.
It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be, and we're going to uncut, unfiltered this. This is just like us being us and telling. It's almost like a live stream, but like not a live stream because
So let's get to that first bottle.
Okay, so the first bottle. This is like the best bottle of the whole trip.
You recorded me on Patreon with it.
Oh, I did. So if you are a patron, then you saw this already. Yeah. But the first bottle that we got. Dun 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 dun. Bam! Yep. It says Rebel, right? You can't see it probably. Rebel Root Beer! You guys know this is our favorite couch whiskey, and it's hilarious that this is like the first bottle that we buy on our trip. Yep. I was like, Bill, there's a Rebel Root Beer. And he's like, we gotta pick that up.
Yep. Because I haven't seen it here recently.
Not recently.
So it's like, $15, we'll buy another one. So we got another Rebel Root Beer.
It's so good. Yep. Oh, we learned another trick with it on the trip that's really good.
Well, it wasn't with this. You did it just the other day.
Yeah, no, but at Buffalo Trace.
Oh, yeah.
Like I tried the bourbon cream with this. Well,
no, it's bourbon cream with
root beer.
With root beer.
Oh, yeah. Anyhow, that was a squirrel moment if I ever had one. So first bottle we pick up on the trip, Rebel Root Beer. That stuff is freaking delicious. If you like root beer, it's damn good.
Yep. So then went to another favorite store where I found my Dark Coves, a bunch of the Dark Coves when I got those. Went there and I think it was like 9 in the morning or something.
Oh yeah.
And I think this was actually the next day, but
it
was 9 in the morning. They had a barrel pick of Elijah Craig, and she's like, "Oh, you want to try it?" I'm like, all right. So we tried it. It was pretty good. We didn't buy one because we have so much Elijah Craig.
It was good. It was actually a little warm too.
Yeah,
but I think it's because it's 9 in the morning. It's your first pour.
But we had to buy these because in the Denver area they're a little hard to find.
They're allocated.
But St. Louis, Knob Creek 12-year.
Everywhere.
Grocery stores, liquor stores. We just found it everywhere.
For good price too.
Yeah, and I think we paid $68. It might be a little over, but I think they're normally $60. But had to pick up the Knob Creek 12s because I think we have one over there. It's about half empty, half full, whichever way you look at it. So we were getting one for sure, and then this one's probably for a buddy. If not, we just have multiple backups.
Which, it's funny that I'm excited for these, mainly because I remember there was a time, probably not that long ago, where I was like, I don't even like Knob Creek. I don't like it at all. And now I'm like, eating my words.
Yep.
I like it. This is really good in that single barrel that we have.
Knob Creek 12. If you find it, don't pass it up, so long as it's a good price.
Oh, the next bottle is definitely one you got to talk about.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Oh, wait, where do we go next?
So I don't remember when it was in. We went to a brewery in Defiance. I cannot remember the name of it.
Oh yeah, I always forget.
I don't know. Anyway, there's a brewery in Defiance. If you're ever in Defiance, Missouri, it's the only one there. Really good beers.
They have great beer
really good
and
beers.
a good patio.
They have some pizza and breadsticks and stuff.
Oh, their garlic knots are really good.
Katy Trail's right there. It's an awesome place.
Oh yeah, we went and walked on that trail.
Walked on the trail. I think you were doing.
Oh yeah.
You were doing a premiere as we were walking on the trail that Sunday before we left for Kentucky.
Yep, we did. It was a really good time, and it was a nice day. Minus the fact that our allergies were like killing us, but it's still really fun.
But yeah, that was kind of the St. Louis portion, and then we went to Kentucky. Left for Kentucky about 6 a.m. on Tuesday, I think. Yeah, Tuesday. And as we pulled into town, we wanted to see if we could find anything real quick, so we stopped at a liquor barn, and we've heard about them, never had them, the JTS Brown, the bottled and bond. So we had to pick one of these up. I think it was like
super cheap, huh?
$10-15. I don't even remember what it was at the time.
I don't know anything about it, but sometimes I see like
I don't either. I just know it's Heaven Hill.
Yeah. So
yeah, wanted to try it, so we picked it up. Haven't opened it yet. It's got the awesome screw top.
Amazing, but also I keep seeing this in groups and stuff on Facebook, so I'm like, I'm kind of curious. And if we're curious, other people are curious. Is it worth the $10? I don't know. We're gonna find out because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna review this one at some point.
Yep. So yeah, that was the next bottle. So then, here's where we get to the fun part.
Holy moly!
Yeah. I'm gonna let you go on with here after this. What we started doing.
So next we went to Justin's house.
No, well, yeah, we went there for a little bit. So yeah.
So we started by stopping into Justin's House of Bourbon. We love that place. It's so much fun. They have great store picks. They have awesome people that work there. They have a great speakeasy.
We met up with Blake. So we get there. And we met up with Blake Benson, who is so freaking awesome. He's an amazing person. But he, Squirrel moment.
Yeah, I had a brain fart there for a second. Anyhow, we met Blake at Justin's House of Bourbon. And we got some he poured us some pours. I remember what we even started with. It was something good. Oh,
it was that new barrel pick or whatever it was, that 14 or 15 year one from Justin's House Bourbon.
Oh,
I think it was like a $300 bottle or something.
Yeah, but it was really good, actually.
It was really good.
It was
beer barrel finished.
Yeah, it was
pretty good.
Super good, actually. That was one of the few beer barrel finish that I actually really liked.
Yep. We tried another rye whiskey, which I'm not going to say what it is because they didn't have any there when we were there, and we bought it at a different store a couple days later, so we'll get to that one later.
Yeah. So we had that. We hung out with Blake, and then we went over next.
Yeah, I don't know how you forget this part.
No, I didn't forget it. Oh, believe me, I didn't forget it. This was the most epic part of the trip. So we walked over to the Carter's, which is right next door, and to Old Carter. And we go in there, and it's like literally the most beautiful, immaculate place I've ever seen. Like you walk in, and there's this giant chandelier. And then there are rows and rows of Old Carter on these shelves that go ceiling high. So freaking amazing. Like I was just like, oh, mind blown. And at the same time, so before we met the Carters, we like hung out there, talked to a few people. We got to meet Gary Franchi, got to meet Travis, and that was so awesome. So it was like me, Bill, Blake, Travis, Gary, and then Jay
and Brian.
So Brian Booth and Jay for Old Carter. They both work for Old Carter. And so we're just hanging out, we're talking, and then he starts pouring us some Old Carter, and he's like, oh, the Carters will be here, Sherry, and...
I don't even remember which Old Carters we had. I think we had 4 different pours when we were downstairs.
Yeah, we had 4. So Sherry and Mark show up, and it was like, they walk in, and I'm like, I kind of like had a moment of like, oh my gosh, holy moly, this is so cool, we're meeting the Carters, like... most nice, down-to-earth people. And, like, Bill gives her a hug, which is hilarious because I had told Bill before we got there, I'm like, I've been reading Sherry's book. I can't wait to give her a hug when I see her. And he's like, well, we'll just see if they're the kind of people that, like, are into hugging other people because, well, still kind of like post-pandemic kind of thing. So Bill gets to hug Sherry before I do. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to hug you too. And then I'm like hugging her like we've been long lost best friends. And Mark too, but... So we hang out, we start pouring more. I kind of bring up that I had been reading Sherry's book, like I got an ebook of it. And she like points to Jay. Jay grabs one out of the cabinet and she like signs a book for me, which I thought was super cool. So now I have like an actual copy of the book. And it's a great book, by the way. So I'll put a link to that.
Actual hard copy of the book.
Yeah. So now I have like an actual hard copy of the book. It's awesome. Oh my gosh, we had 4 pours downstairs.
Yeah, I think it was 4 downstairs.
4 downstairs in there, like in a little opening room, which was so cool. And then we got to walk back into this other room, and it's like where they're actually handwriting their labels and pouring their bottles and everything. They do everything in-house, everything by hand, and it's just, I think that's so cool.
Yep.
Like, it's so cool. And then we got to go upstairs to where they're going to have like this private speakeasy type thing or bar space.
All their lockers.
All their lockers. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful.
Yeah. No, keep going.
I keep going. So we get upstairs and we start drinking more pours, and we got to see these Magnum bottles. I'm going to add some of these pictures in so you'll probably see them. We got to see some of the Magnum bottles that people actually won through a I
think it was a charity raffle
that they did for the Kentucky Derby. Magnum bottles of Old Carter. We got to see that, and then we got to try some of the Derby pour. It was a Derby pour. Yeah. Got the Derby pour, and then we just hung out. We all just... we shot the shit like we had been best friends forever. It was so much fun. And then we took pictures and everybody hung out. Then they actually had to get back to business.
Yeah, it was a work day for them.
They were like, this is a work day for us. But oh my gosh, they were incredible people. And it was just, they were just so down to earth. Like just so nice and so welcoming to us. And yeah, I thought it was really cool. And then...
So then after that, we walked back over to Justin's House of Bourbon and met Bob D'Antoni from Foregate.
It got even more epic.
Yep. Went back to the Speakeasy and had a tasting with him. And then also it was Sean Dowley.
Yeah.
He does barrel picks with, was it Blackout Bourbon?
Yeah, Blackout Bourbon.
We did not know that originally.
Yeah, we didn't know anything. So we're back in this Speakeasy where it kind of starts more of a get to know Foregate. Blake set it up so we could get introduced to Bob. And, it's just more of here's Foregate. We're trying it. We're talking about it. And then we just really got into it. It was so much fun. We were just,
We had never had Foregate before and fell in love with it on this trip. And you'll see that here in a minute.
Everything we were trying was just so freaking delicious.
I think we bought every bottle that Bob brought out for us to try.
Except the one Calvin won.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get that.
Calvin won, we didn't get,
Bob poured for us the Kelvin Collab 5, the Split Stave, the Rye Down Under, the 4x4, the Saint Charant. I think there might have been another one, plus and then he opened up his locker there and got the Kelvin Collab 1, which was really good. It's so good. We tried so much and just fell in love with Foregate.
It was just so much fun, just hanging out with Bob and Blake and Gary and Travis and Sean. It was just so laid back. And I was the only girl in there. But you know what? I felt like I was a part of it. Yeah. And I felt like that was really cool for me because, I don't know, sometimes and maybe this is just me getting in my head, but sometimes I feel like people don't want to talk to me about whiskey because I'm a girl, but that might just be me. So I thought it was a really cool experience. They really just, not only did we get to learn about Bob, but he wanted to learn about us. He was genuinely, interested in us and what we're doing and the channel and everything else. So we'll have him on sometime on the channel.
Yeah, we talked about that. And while I think it was once we got done tasting some of the Foregate, Sean, I don't know if he had a locker there or
yeah, he had a locker there.
He brought out a bottle. We can pull it up. Yeah. We'll get to these others here in a minute, but we can pull this one up. He brought out this bottle, this Blackout. It's a light whiskey, a 15-year light whiskey. Poured it for us. We all tried it. It's oh my God, this is good.
It's so good.
And so I kind of look over at him, and I was like, is this for sale out there? And he's like, no, you guys can have this bottle though. I was like, awesome. Like
thank you so much.
We
like,
wanted to
holy
buy a
moly.
bottle.
Like,
And then we had no clue what blackout was, but
and it's funny because
it's a pretty exclusive, from what we understand,
like a
private barrel group or barrel picking group.
Yeah. And it's so cool because Gary was like, you guys don't know what you just got.
No.
We had no idea, but we just knew it was really good. And we were so grateful that Sean gave it to us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Thank you, Sean, for that.
It's such a good bottle. I mean, I wish we could get more. I like the label on this anyhow. Oh, it's a 15-year light whiskey. Yeah, it's so good. Mm.
And so like, after that, so that was kind of the wrapping up the speakeasy portion. And then we were done there. I think as we were doing the tasting at Foregate, Blake was talking with us, and I was like, yeah, I want that bottle. He's like, oh, they have one out there. I'll go grab it for you. And so he grabbed a couple bottles for us, and we ended up buying the Kelvin Collab 4. Yeah. We bought the Rye Down Under.
Oh, yeah. I haven't
And then
tried that.
when I was at the register, I saw this. When I was buying these at the register, saw this one. And I can't go without picking a Russell's Pick.
It's single barrel, and they're so
it's
freaking
a Justin's House
good.
of Bourbon, and for those of you who want to know, it's Warehouse F Floor 4. It's almost a 10-year bourbon.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. You drank it on the live stream Monday.
It's so good.
Really good.
It's really, really, really good. So
yeah, picked all these up at Justin's House of Bourbon. I think that was, and then of course the blackout that we had. But yeah, that's kind of where that was.
It was so fun because like we got to take pictures.
Oh yeah.
Like we were hanging out. Bob and I had some funny pictures because I don't know. I probably was pretty tipsy at that point, and I started doing ridiculous. I said we should pretend like we're like putting our like. You know, I don't know what I was trying to do, but I'm looking back at the photos. I'm like, oh my god.
There was a little bit of alcohol involved.
A little bit, only a little bit.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so.
But I guess before we even left, so I paid for these, and I came back to the bar at Justin's, and
Oh yeah, we were having
her and Blake are over at the bar, and come over there, and there's that Booker's, was that 30th anniversary or whatever?
30th Booker's.
Like, oh my god.
He's like, what are you guys doing? We're like, we just decided to have
Yeah.
a pour of this.
Yeah, that was very good.
If you want some good pours, they have good pours at their bar. And
Yeah.
good cocktails too. Oh my gosh, their smoked old fashioned is good. We didn't have
We
it
didn't
this
have
time,
one this time. We had
but
one
last time it was so good. Yeah, and then
so that kind of ended the Justin's House of Bourbon portion of this.
yeah, then we went to dinner.
Yep.
With Blake and Sean, Miriam from Justin's House of Bourbon. Because this was at, what place was that called?
It was called North of Bourbon.
North of Bourbon. So we went there. We got some good food.
Travis, who used to work at Justin's, met us over there,
Mm-hmm.
who I think curated the collection at North of Bourbon. And then the best part is Gary and Travis were trying to meet us over there, and you told them we were at Neat.
Well,
so
I
they're
also
over at
was
Neat.
a
It was like,
little-
where are you guys at?
I was a
and
little
we're like, oh, we're at North
intoxicated.
of Bourbon. So they ended up coming over there.
I was a little intoxicated at that point. I was like, yeah, I don't know where we are. I'm like, we're at Neat.
Yep.
I didn't know where we were. I had no idea where we were.
Yeah.
So we ate there. The food was good.
Food was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what you had, but I had
Yeah,
it was like the turkey and white beans. It was really
I had some
good.
kind of sausage and chicken gumbo type thing.
Yep.
I don't remember it. I can tell you that. I do not remember that. Sorry. Then after that,
we went back to the hotel after that. No, we went to
we
Neat.
didn't.
We went to Neat.
No, first
We went
you
to Neat.
forgot about sending them hunting.
Oh, yeah. So when we left Justin's, thank you for reminding me about that. When we left Justin's, we said we wanted some of these other Foregate bottles, and we didn't send them. They were going out hunting. Gary and Travis went out hunting, and they found us two of the other bottles we wanted. Like 4x4 from Foregate, and the split stave that we also tried there.
That's so good.
So at this point,
good.
the only one we didn't have was the Saint Laurent, which is the one when we were trying it. I was like, this one, because I think it's cognac finished. It's like, this one will go great with a cigar.
Oh my gosh.
But
Yes.
more on that later. So they were messaging her. It's like, oh, we found these. You want them? It's like, yep.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
So yeah, they picked these up for us. So
And then they came back, and then we actually went to Neat.
then we went to Neat. Yep.
And then I couldn't drink any more whiskey,
think
so
you had
I drank beer.
Yep. You had a beer at Neat. I didn't get any crazy pours. I almost got the cheesy gold foil wild turkey.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm a sucker for Elijah Craig barrel proofs, and they had some store picks of it, and I tried both of those. Definitely next time I go back there, I'm trying some of that cheesy gold foil or some other things. Cause
There's
they
a lot of
have
other
some
things.
stuff there.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It was really funny because like you're over there trying that stuff, and then I'm sitting there like I don't remember what I was even doing, but somehow I started FaceTiming random people.
You tried calling Nick?
I tried calling Nick, patron Nick, and then I also tried calling the Bourbon Junkies.
Yeah, Dan.
So I was messaging back and forth with Dan of Bourbon Junkies, and I'm like, call me right now. And he's like, okay, what's your number? And then I gave it to him, and I couldn't even type right, so I gave him the wrong number. And he's like, I just tried calling it, but he said it didn't work or whatever.
Yep.
So I don't know. It was a funny moment, but like when I got looking at my phone the next day, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was like, you were calling everybody. FaceTime. Oh, me and Sherry actually FaceTimed Julie when we were at.
Oh yeah.
We FaceTimed Julie when we were at the Carters. It was fun.
Yep.
Okay, squirrel moment.
Yeah. So
squirrel moment.
That ended Tuesday night of our trip.
Tuesday night.
That was all
epic.
Tuesday.
Thank you, Blake,
thank
again.
you, Blake.
Seriously,
that
that was
amazing.
epic. We had so much fun with Blake. We had a great time. Then we went to bed, and then we woke up the next day, which is crazy. I wasn't that hungover.
Yeah.
He was impressed. I had a lie through my teeth. I was like, I'm being a trooper. I'm not going to be hungover. I poured some liquid IV. I had ibuprofen, and I had to go through like 2 or 3 rounds of ibuprofen before I got a headache gone. Yeah. Oh, it was rough.
So yeah, the next morning woke up, went and picked our buddy Aziz up at his hotel kind of south of the airport, and then we went to Bardstown. And our first stop was Parktown Bourbon Company.
Oh, love that place.
Did the barrel thieving again. Awesome experience. We got to try their own wheated, their own high rye, and then a rye. And I actually just saw the TTB label for that high rye bourbon.
I can't wait.
It's a 6-year. I thought I saw on the label.
Yep,
so can't wait for that one to come out. It was great.
I think they said it's going to be between $50 and $60. He said he didn't really give us a price quote specifically, but they think it might be about $50 to $60 when it comes out. Trey said that. So.
And then after that, kind of shopped around the gift shop. Talked with as her and I were walking around the gift shop, there was a lady there. And she heard us talking about the triple blended stay finish in the KBS. She's like, "Are they that good?" I was like, "The triple blended stay finish, great. The KBS, so." I was like, "Go over to the bar, get a pour of it, try it. It's definitely worth it." And so we got done kind of shopping there, picked out what we wanted. We didn't buy anything for us there besides some shirts. And
I got a new shirt.
We went over to the bar. I think I got a smoked old fashioned from there. And then after the lady we were talking to at the shop, saw her over sitting at a table, and I was like, "Oh, so what did you think of that?" And she's like, "The KBS, it just wasn't her thing." And I was like, "Yeah, glad you tried it." And then she did like the triple blended stay finish from what I remember.
It's really good.
And then after that, we kind of walked over to the restaurant and continued talking to her and her husband for a little while, and then I'll let you kind of...
I'll tell you guys about something cool that happened. So while we're sitting there and we're talking with them, they were such a nice couple, by the way. So we're sitting there, and this guy walks up, and he's like, "Excuse me, are you Dara, the average drinker?" And I'm like, "I am." And he's like, "I'm a subscriber of your channel." I almost fell over at that moment. Like, I was so, like, shocked and so, like, flattered at this. Like, I just felt just so overwhelmed with, like, oh my gosh, this is a cool moment. Yep. He's like, "My name's Dave. I'm a subscriber." So, Dave, if you're watching this, you totally made my day. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. And thank you for subscribing. Oh, it was so awesome. Like, I was just, like, so grateful that you said hi to me. Because I've had that happen in Denver before, right? I've had people be like, "Oh, I've watched your channel." But, like, we're in the middle of Kentucky. And a guy was like, "I watch your channel." I thought that was so cool. So then, like, we talked for a few minutes, and so then the couple that we were still talking with after that, they were like, "Oh my gosh, are you like some famous YouTuber or something?" I'm like, I wouldn't say that. She's like, "I gotta get a picture with you, and what's your channel?" And so yeah, it was really cool. Yep. It was really fun. Yeah, so then we had lunch. Great lunch again. If you're ever in Bardstown, eat at Bardstown Bourbon Company. Oh, so good. Yep. I got the fried chicken again because it's so good. Granted, I saw somebody with a fried chicken sandwich, and I kind of want that next time I'm there. I know. There's so many things I want to try on their menu, but I got the steak frites again. Yep. Super good. So after that, we had a little bit of time to kill before Heaven Hill, and so Aziz called up Barton,
1792, and we could go over there and do a quick tasting. So we went over there, did a tasting at Barton. It was some of their just basic, the very old Barton, and I don't even remember
1792.
Yeah, the 1792, just their small batch or whatever it is.
Yep.
And then we got to try this one.
Oh, I can't reach it.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, this is so freaking delicious. Actually, I gotta take
Why don't you hold up what it is first?
Okay. This is the Barton Chocolate Bourbon Ball.
Yep.
Liqueur. Holy moly. This is so good. This is the best, like, liqueur, like cream liqueur cream that I've ever had. I've tried Boone County. I've had Buffalo Trace. I've had numerous other ones. This one takes the cake. This one is... Oh, I gotta take a swig of this.
But it's only sold at the distillery, I think.
Yeah,
or some
and
places.
it's allocated. He said it's allocated. Yeah, the guy told us it's allocated. We had to get a bottle. Oh, it's so good.
So yeah, we ended up... I'm good. So we ended up buying the
oh my gosh,
the chocolate bourbon ball from 1792.
Holy moly, that's really good. If you guys ever go there,
area, buy it.
Buy it. I think it's like $27.
I don't even think it was that, was it?
I think it was.
Okay.
Oh, it's so good.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I forgot how good it was until I just tasted it again. It's like freaking so good and so rich and so... I'm going to be putting this in my coffee. Yeah. And then I'm going to be freaking going there. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get another bottle of this, but I need it.
So I guess after that, after the little quick tasting at Barton, went to Heaven Hill.
Oh, I redeemed myself. Well, did we go to Lux Row first or did we go to Heaven Hill first?
Sorry, I jumped ahead. We went to Barton. I'm out of whack.
So we went to Barton.
We went to Lux Row before Barton.
Oh, so we got jumped around.
Yep,
okay, that's okay. So we went to Lux Row.
Yep.
And Lux Row was actually super cool because we ended up having pretty much a private tour.
Yep.
Unintentionally, but it was freaking awesome. It was just us.
It was just me, you, and Aziz on the tour.
And the guide.
Yep.
And so we had a really fun time. The tour was really nice. Like, it was fun. And we got to ask some extra questions that we would have had the opportunity to ask if we would have been in a big group. And then we... I don't know.
We got to try, I don't remember which pours we got to try, but it was just their basic stuff.
We got a bung hole.
We did get a bung hole. Or no, we got a bung.
A bung.
Bung for the bung hole. Wow. So we got to try, I think we got to try Ezra Cash Rank because we paid the extra $3 for the premium one.
Oh, yeah.
Premium pour. Sadly, no double barrel when we were there. They had plenty of Blood Oath packed 8, but we didn't buy it.
Still haven't tried it because I didn't have it to try.
Yeah, I didn't want to spend $150 on that one. I think it's $120 everywhere else, but I think there it was $150.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of Lux Row. So then the Barton was after that.
Yeah.
Then it was
Heaven Hill.
Now back to where I was before because I forgot about Lux Row. We got to Heaven Hill. Got there early. Well, early for our tour. That was for our You Bourbon experience. That was at 4 o'clock or something.
I don't know. Who knows when it was.
So of course we go into the gift shop first, and they had. Can you reach them?
These little babies.
They didn't have any crazy things besides these.
Well, these are crazy.
Yep.
We got grenades.
They had grenades, even at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
We were so excited because we wanted these the last time.
Yep.
But we didn't get them, and we waited in line for those.
Old Fit 17 last time. Yep.
16.
16, yeah.
They didn't have 17 yet. Well, they probably did, but...
But yeah, so we got 2 grenades, so we were happy about that.
Super excited.
We haven't had ours yet, but Aziz cracked his open at the hotel that night, and we tried some of his.
Oh, I fell asleep with the glass in my hand.
Yep.
I'm not going to show that picture. That's like Bill's blackmail picture of me. I literally was so tired. No, it was not passing out. I literally was so tired. I literally fell asleep with a pour in my hand.
Yep.
Bill's like, "Are you sleeping?" What, me? No.
As Aziz and I are drinking out of all the... Well, I think we broke into a lot of the 4 gates that night.
Yeah.
So then we did our You Bourbon.
It was so fun.
Yeah, it's a great experience doing that. And then
you get to try when we were there, we did Larceny Barrel Proof, we did Bernheim Original, and then
Bernheim, it's barrel proof.
Well, yeah.
It's the only place you can get that, or whatever it's called. And then the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof.
Yep.
We both picked the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Aziz picked the Larceny Barrel Proof because he's more of a weeded fan. And so this one, I think, we haven't blinded it yet, but we think this one's better than the Dara one. We got in December.
Yeah, the one we got in December was Dara. But we got a good name, so we both bottled these.
Yep, we bottled these, and the proof, one of the liquor managers around here was also out there doing some barrel picks, and he sent us a picture of his. The proof is 66.6, or sorry, the alcohol percent is 66.6. I think he named his the Devil.
Yeah. We didn't name ours the Devil. We spent time trying to come up with a name.
We were trying to come up with a name, and so we called them Now, if it shows up, and then later. Now and later. We were like thinking about doing like his and hers or something like that, but we went with Now and Later. So one to drink now and one to drink later. So yeah, that got those, and that's a good pour. We haven't got into it too much yet, but
it was good when we were there too. It was
good when we were there. It was
good when we got home.
I think I was drinking some the other night.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is damn good. So did that end Heaven Hill?
So yeah, we ended Heaven Hill, and then we went to a brewery.
Went to a brewery in Bardstown, and then we went to go have dinner in Bardstown.
But first, we got this one.
I think that was after dinner we got that.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
So we went to dinner. Well, yeah, we went back to the Italian place that we went last time. Yep. We went to this Italian.
Don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's super good. Like oh my gosh, I scarfed that down. Yep. It's good. And then we went to some liquor stores.
Stopped at a couple liquor stores on the way back to the hotel.
The one is like, it was like a museum. Their secondary prices were ridiculous.
Well, yeah, there was that one. I mean, we stopped at another one that had those new Jack Daniels bottles. We didn't buy them though.
I bought this one though.
Bought that. So
this one I saw on the shelf and I was like, I don't really know anything about this bottle, but it looks cool and it says Old Fitz on it, and it's.
Why don't you show it? You're talking about it, not showing it.
So I saw this bottle and it was like, I saw it and everybody talks about Old Fitz. Obviously, this is a $10. It's
like $10, $12, something like that.
Depending on where you go, because So this one, was like $10, $11.
It's got that awesome screw cap.
It has, but it looks cool, right? It looks like an Old Fitz. Even I was like showing it on Patreon. Some people were like congratulating me for winning this bottle, and I was like, it's a $10 bottle, but it's cool, and I'm gonna see if it's good or not.
We haven't opened it yet, so we haven't tried this. Just like that.
I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna try it like on camera.
Yeah, we can.
Just to see.
Not right now.
Not now. No, not now. But yeah, this one was that we got.
So yeah, then we went back to the hotel.
Oh my gosh.
Cracked open some of the four gates, cracked open some of the different aged in ore sample jars of stuff we brought back. And that, I think, ended Wednesday.
Yep.
That was all Wednesday.
And then Thursday.
Thursday, we got up, and our Jim Beam tour got canceled because of the big announcement they were doing, naming the new master distiller there and all that.
Yep.
So we drove up to Louisville. And we went to our hotel, parked there, and then walked over we drove to Evergreen Liquors.
Oh my gosh. This was where the thing really got epic.
We're walking around, and so before it gets crazy, if you remember that pour I was telling you about, Justin's House Bourbon, it was a Hard Truth Sweet Mash Rye. They had it at Evergreen, so picked it up. It's weird. It's weird, interesting. And it's not weird, interesting in a bad way.
No, it's really good. It smells a little bit like...
And it's young.
It smells a little bit like feet for a second, but then you taste it and it doesn't taste like at all.
Yeah, I think it's like a 2-year or something like that.
Yeah, it's at least 2 years old. Yeah. That's what it says on the bottle.
Yeah, it's young, but it's good.
It's really good, actually. It's surprisingly good. I tried it again when we got back, and I'm like, okay, I got to keep trying this. So I'll probably review that one, too.
Yep. So then we go sit at the bar at Evergreen, and we got... a pour. Aziz got a pour of the Pappy 15. I got a pour of King of Kentucky. You got a pour of, what was that?
The Old Forester 117 Angel Share.
Yeah, the High Angel Share.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
King of Kentucky is literally the most epic thing I've ever tasted.
That's at like 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah, but it was so freaking good.
Oh yeah.
I would rank those. The King of Kentucky, obviously, that was obviously the number one pour I had on the entire trip. On everything that we tried a lot of really good stuff, and then my Angel's Share came second, and then Aziz's whatever that was. What did you have?
For that day.
We
drank some other stuff.
No, for that morning.
We drank some other stuff throughout the trip that crept up there too.
Oh yeah, we did.
We'll
Holy
get to
moly.
those.
Okay, so then after we went there, we had those pours, and then we decided to go get those scooters.
Yeah, we parked the truck at the hotel, and then we needed to get to Old Forester. We need to get lunch and Old Forester for a tour. So we ended up taking scooters from over near Evergreen Liquors
That was so much fun.
over to
Sidecar?
Sidebar, I
Sidebar.
believe. Good cheeseburgers there and
Oh,
fries.
actually, those burgers are really
Yep.
good. Their pours are really expensive.
So we had lunch there, and then when we got there, it's like, oh crap, our phones are dead.
Because
Or
we used the
about dead.
Bluetooth, like the Bluetooth on the
those-
little scooter. That was
yeah.
my first time riding a scooter.
So I told her and Aziz, I was like, okay, I'm going to run back to the truck, get one of those little battery chargers, and then meet you guys at Old Forester. And so I get on one of those scooters. I'm doing like 16 and a half miles an hour. That's at least when I looked down and saw it. Just booking it down the street, get back to the truck, get back to Old Forester. And I'm expecting them to be there because Sidebar's right around the corner from Old Forester. And I call them up. I'm like, where are you guys at? They're like, oh, we're still at the bar. I'm like, what? Like, how did I get all the way to the truck and all the way back here?
Aziz was like, do you think we should get another pour? I'm like, Bill's already at Old Forester.
Yeah,
We should probably go. And he's like, yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah. Aziz was really, he was really into it out there. He was ready for another drink.
Yeah. So then we went to Old Forester and did
I love Old Forester.
We bought some stuff there, and then did the tour there.
I love
the
that
tour at Old Forester. If you haven't done it, it's pretty cool.
They have their own cooperage.
They have a cooperage there. That was awesome. I think you got a video of the barrel being charred there.
That was cool. That was really cool.
That, and then I think, was there anything we did? I think we tasted the Whiskey Row lineup.
Oh yeah, we did. It was good.
Yep.
And we got that really, really good
Oh.
Molekaki. No,
I don't know what
I can't
it
how
is.
to say it, but it's like literally a chocolate salted caramel marshmallow thing that we. Oh my!
I think they sell them at Old Forester.
They do.
as well.
Molhockeys.
Something like yeah.
You know what? If Darrell's watching this, he knows what I'm saying.
And you can see it on the Old Forester
you
website.
can see it. So it was super, super good. And then after we went to Old Forester, we went to
Evan Williams.
Evan Williams. It was all right.
Yeah, Evan Williams. It was all right. There was nothing special. I mean, we got to try the Evan Williams 12, which I thought was pretty good.
It was good, but not.
That's just a $150 bottle. We did not buy a bottle of it.
It was not worth. To me, it was not worth $100. I would probably pay like $60 or $70 for that.
In Japan, it's $30.
The guy tried to tell us that it was like more expensive in Japan.
From what I understand, it's $30 in Japan. So
but,
I would pay $30 for it all day long.
Oh heck yeah! It was so good. I mean, for $30, it was so good. But I like the tour, like the prohibition, like learning the history and things like that. That's what's really fun for me because on this trip, this was like my first time going on real tours. Because the last time we just did tastings. So this was like my first time really going hardcore into the tours and getting to put my finger in the mash and just it brings it all full circle. And I feel like I appreciate my whiskey so much more. Now that I got to have that experience, like there's so much that goes into it. I just want to savor every last drop of it.
And then after Evan Williams, we walked over to Peerless for our tasting there, which we love going to Peerless. Like we did the tasting last time we were there and had to do it again because it's just so fun. Bill that works there, at least the 445 one.
So fun.
It's so good. If you haven't had Peerless, just their small batch bourbon and rye, great whiskeys.
They are.
And then you get to try a single barrel bourbon, single barrel rye that they sell there at the shop.
They were both really good.
Ours was,
cinnamon and the
Our bourbon was a cinnamon bear or something like that.
It wasn't cinnamon bear, but
yeah. And then the other one,
Isla.
It was called like Isla, something like that. And
it tastes like
it was
campfire.
Weird. It tasted like campfire.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Like a sweet campfire though, not like a peated, not like if you're expecting like it to taste like something from Isla or like a peated Scotch, not that. It really does taste like a campfire bourbon or campfire rye. I mean.
Yep.
So it was really good.
So then after that, what did we do? We took scooters, went back to Justin's House Bourbon. Aziz bought something there.
Oh yeah.
Back to the hotel.
No, we went to Mexican food.
We went to the hotel first to drop off stuff.
I forgot.
And unload.
That's right.
And then we went to the Mexican restaurant. We walked over to the Mexican restaurant. I don't remember the name of it, but it's kind of in the Nulu area right next to Angel's Envy. La Azteca or something like that. If you're ever over in that area near Angel's Envy, Mexican restaurant out there, awesome.
Oh,
the
it was so
phenomenal.
good. We got a pitcher of margaritas. So,
picture of margaritas after drinking all kinds
whiskey.
of stuff. Yep.
Yeah, so we get that. I'm like, I'm going to be so sick tomorrow because I'm mixing margaritas. But we had a pitcher and the margaritas were so good. And then the salsa was really, we like really spicy salsa.
Yeah, it was
and their
good.
salsa was good. All their food was good. We just had a great experience there.
After that, we went back to Evergreen.
Yeah.
Yep, went back to Evergreen Liquors again, twice in a day. And on this one, what did we get? Aziz got the birthday bourbon.
I still can't remember what I got. No, I got something.
Oh, you
I
got
got
the
Buzzard's
Buzzard's
Roost.
Roost, the cigar.
I did.
Which was pretty good.
It was really good.
I wish we would have bought a bottle, but that's fine.
We can go back and get one.
Yeah. Aziz had the 2021 birthday bourbon, and I had the Old Forester President's Choice. I think birthday bourbon on the King of Kentucky was my number 1 on the trip. Birthday bourbon ended up number 2. President's Choice was probably like number 5 for me.
I thought it was fine, but I think if I actually had to get a ranking,
my number real quick, my number 4 was your High Angel Share.
Oh yeah.
And then I think 6 was the Pappy.
Oh yeah.
I haven't told you what 3 is yet because we haven't got to that part of it.
Yeah, I would say that your third place was actually my second place.
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
It's so friggin' phenomenal. Okay, so what?
Yeah, that's we drank that there, and then
we went to another brewery.
We went to a brewery just down the street from in the Nulu area.
I played with a dog.
Don't remember the name of it.
2 dogs.
Had a pretty good IPA there.
West 6th or 6th.
I don't remember.
6th, West 6th.
It's kind of like a little courtyard area.
It was really pretty, and I got to play with 2 dogs.
Yep.
I did. I was like, I'm gonna go play with the dogs. The one beer I had was good, but like the other one, like randomly that I got, I did not like. But we went there, and then we walked back to the hotel and fell asleep.
Yep. That ended Thursday. We're only through Thursday.
Holy moly! Sorry if you're like dying on us. I'm so sorry. I'm like trying to look at how long this is.
Do we need to cut this into 2 videos?
Part 2. Just kidding.
So yeah, that was Thursday. So then Friday.
I need a pour too, but I don't know what.
Yeah. Friday we got up and we drove to Four Roses. Did the tour at Four Roses. Did the tasting there. Which is just their basic stuff, and then she was saying that Four Roses is amazing if you ever go there. The facility there, the bar there, and she's like, oh yeah, we have some of the limited edition pours at the bar, and so it's like, oh great, which ones do they have? So I go over there. They had the 2020 limited edition, and it was like $20 for a 2-ounce pour. I was like, yep, right here, pour it. That was my number 3 whiskey.
That was my number 2. Literally, Four Roses was incredibly beautiful. They gave you these headsets that you got to wear while you walked around so you could actually hear what the tour guide was saying. She was a great tour guide. It was just a great tour overall, like walking through. Sorry, I had to backtrack a little bit, but that tour and their grounds are so beautiful. Like, I wish we could get married there. That's what I said. I was like, can we get married there? No, it'll probably be like ridiculously expensive, but it was beautiful. Yep. Oh, and that limited edition, I was like, that's by far the second best pour I had in Kentucky, and it's awesome. So good.
And I mean, we fell in love with, we liked Four Roses before, because we have a couple single barrel strengths, but just after that trip, it's just,
I love Four Roses, and I love the variety. Like, we had this, but I think it's so cool that they have 10 unique bourbon recipes, 2 mash bills, 5 proprietary yeasts. But it's really cool. Like, I think it's like what they're doing is really fun and unique and delicious. Like, if you find like the certain mesh that you like, stick to it because it's good. So yeah.
So after that, we drove up, went to Chick-fil-A for some lunch.
It was good. I love
Chick-fil-A's
Chick-fil-A.
Good.
Now I'm craving Chick-fil-A.
And then we had to get over to Buffalo Trace for our tour there, the Trace tour. Trace tour is amazing. Like, never been there. I want to go do some of the other tours there. I mean, I think at the end of the tour we got to try, what was it? Eagle Rare, E.H. Taylor, the Bourbon Cream, and Wheatley Vodka, I think were the 4.
Wheatley Vodka
but yeah,
is fine.
Walking around, seeing the OFC warehouse C, where the tornado survivors came from.
Could have gone to Blanton's.
We didn't get to go into Blanton's warehouse, but we got to go into the Blanton's bottling facility.
That was really cool.
Yep.
Because they're literally there. I'll put some video and pictures up of this, but they're literally there, like, handwriting the labels, putting them on the bottles, like, putting them in the box. And it was for all the brands that go out all over the world. Even the ones in Japan, the red labels, all of them.
Yep.
That was so cool. Yep. Like, I was just like, I'm just going to walk off with this box, and no, I'm just kidding.
So what was the best pour at Buffalo Trace that we got trying that at the end of the tour?
It was the root beer with the Buffalo Trace bourbon cream.
Yep.
It was so good.
Yep.
That was our best pour. Yep. Actually, I mean, I love the small batch always, but that was the Freddy's root beer with the Buffalo Trace bourbon cream. I already loved the Buffalo Trace bourbon cream before this, but they were like, Drink half of the bourbon cream. Drink half of your root beer. Now, save the other half, and now pour them together. And we did, and we're like, oh my god, it tastes like a root beer float. Yep. So Bill, of course,
I had to buy Freddy's root beer.
It's so good.
Yep.
And I got a shirt that says Taylor, Stag,
yep.
Harlan, and
I don't remember what all it said.
Weller?
Blanton.
Weller. Oh, Blanton.
Yep.
Weller, Blanton.
Yeah.
Taylor. I don't know. Either way, it's a cute little shirt, but these are so good.
Yep.
We like Root Beer Zero.
If you're ever at Buffalo Trace, buy the Freddy's root beer. And they have this at the Sazerac House in New Orleans, too. I saw it there.
They got ginger, too.
They had ginger beer and ginger ale. Yep. So, yeah, that was Buffalo Trace.
I don't know what
Unless there's anything else you can think about Buffalo Trace.
I just really liked it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Was really cool to just see, like, I don't know, people make such a big deal about Buffalo Trace, right? People go crazy over Buffalo Trace, like lose their minds because it's so allocated. And I almost feel like Buffalo Trace is doing this to the world. Like, we're going to highly allocate this and everybody's going to want us and we're just going to go crazy about it.
I don't think they're doing that because they're trying to produce and build a lot
they
of warehouses.
Really are.
They're expanding just like every place.
It was crazy to see. Their grounds are also really beautiful, but I just like the history behind Buffalo Trace. It's so much so fun. I don't know. Anyway, that was really cool.
So then we went to Woodford. We drove down to Woodford.
Holy moly.
So this one we sort of bought on our trip, but sort of not, I guess. Because we're sitting there at Woodford, and our local liquor store put something on Facebook that they're releasing a bottle of whiskey.
And I was like, oh my gosh, Bill, did you see this? They're releasing this bottle of whiskey. And he's like, oh yeah. So it was the Smoke Wagon Uncut Younger.
Yep.
And
Uncut the Younger.
Uncut the Younger, yeah. And so I was like, oh my gosh, we got to buy that. They're going to be like, go out like super fast. And I was like trying to buy it. And there was literally
sold out right after you bought it.
Like sold out right when I was buying it. And it was like trying to go through and like we're sitting in the gift shop. And it's literally so hot. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yep. But we got it. And so, yeah, we didn't technically, we bought
it there, but picked it up right when we got back.
So we picked up when we review on this one soon too.
Yep. We broke into it just a little bit.
Just a little bit, not a lot, but it's good.
Yeah, you want to talk about the tour at Woodford?
So the tour at Woodford, holy moly, that place is so freaking beautiful. Like, I was just in awe at how beautiful it was. It's like horse country, like just perfectly green grounds and everything. It was just immaculate, like so beautiful. So the tour is fun, but the best part of the tour is the fact that our tour kind of got like delayed a little bit because like the guy's in the warehouse and he's filling the barrel. Like the guy's like literally in there filling the barrels and they put them on this thing. It's like a roller coaster, right? It looks like a roller coaster. It has tracks. Like a train.
It's a roller coaster for whiskey.
It's a
whiskey coaster.
It was a whiskey coaster. So he's like, I think they're going to roll out soon. So I'm just standing there like waiting with my camera. And I got some pretty freaking cool video of this. But the barrels, he lets them go. And he's like, it's like, beep, beep. Everybody's waiting. We waited an extra 10 or 15 minutes just hanging out at these barrels for them to start rolling down. It was so cool. You'll see it in a second. I'm going to play this video. But the barrels are just rolling down. And then we got to go in. So do the normal tour, like, touch the mash, all that. And then we did the tasting, and they had some really good bourbon balls there, too.
Oh, the candy, yeah.
Yeah.
Woodford whiskey's not my favorite, so...
I thought it was...
I know Aziz really liked it.
The double oaked is good.
We didn't get to try the double oak there.
Well, we have it at home. I'm just saying I like that. But I also really... The regular Woodford really wasn't that bad, actually.
Regular Woodford bourbon wasn't bad, and then we got to try the wheat whiskey and the rye.
I'm not a fan of the wheat. But the rye was good. That was my first time trying the rye.
Yeah, I mean, we have wheat whiskey back there, but...
Yeah, not my jam. Yep. But that was a fun tour. The tour guide was awesome. It was a lot of walking. Like, by the time we were done, and it was so hot that day. Oh, my God. I was like...
Okay. And then I think we went back to town. We went to a liquor barn. We went to two different liquor barns. First one we went to... I think I was double fisting. I got a Stag Junior pour and what else did I get? I got something. Oh, it was Old Carter Rye.
Yep.
Old Carter Rye.
What did I get?
I don't remember what you got, and I don't remember what Aziz got.
I got, oh my gosh, wow, I can remember this. I was like, it took me forever to figure out what I wanted.
That was at that particular liquor barn.
Yeah, the first liquor barn, I was like, I have no idea what I wanted, but I was taking forever. I'm going to remember this.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was good.
Then we went to another liquor barn, and I got a pour of Wild Turkey Master Keep 1. I don't remember what he's got a Maker's Mark, the license plate, the SRE R6, whatever it's called.
Mine was the best pour of them all.
You got a private barrel pick of, what was that, the Joseph Magnus?
Oh, yeah. It was like finished in sherry and cognac.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was finished in.
It was so good.
It was really good. It
was so good. And then we went on, so we wanted a bottle of it. And the guy's like, I don't think you're going to have any bottles of it. Like it was a store pick or whatever. And then we went online and they said they had one. And so we're like, oh yes, we're just going to buy it. Well, we couldn't just buy it, but we're like, we're going in because we're going to like go buy this bottle. So freaking delicious. They didn't have any. The site lied.
Yep.
I was so sad. Like if I could ever find one of those, everything Joseph Magnus that I have tried, I really liked, which is not a lot, but I still like cigar blend, so good.
Yeah. And then after that, we wanted steak, so we went to Longhorn Steakhouse, of all places, and I finished off my whiskey trip with a Bud Light. A tall Bud Light.
And what did I even have?
You had a Long Island iced tea.
I did.
And Aziz had a wine. So whiskey trip and finished it off with other things.
It was weird, yeah.
Yep.
It was good though.
So yeah, then we kind of woke up the next morning, or that finished Friday, I guess.
Yeah.
Next morning we woke up, did a little bit of liquor hunting before leaving town, and this is where we found our last bottle.
Oh yeah.
Last bottle.
I forgot that we had another
Remember
bottle.
that 4-gate I was saying we didn't find with the cognac?
We found it. We found it on the way home.
Yep, found one on our liquor hunting that last day on our way out of town, the Saint Charant.
It's good.
So haven't opened up this one yet. It'll be open fairly soon. And then we drove to St. Louis. And then kind of the rest of it's history. We didn't find anything from St. Louis or the trip through Kansas again, but
I know, because last time we did.
Yep.
Last time we found allocated stuff. This time we did not find anything allocated. We didn't, and we're obviously not going to play secondary. That's just us. So we didn't see anything, but I mean, it was an awesome trip.
Yeah, it was a great trip.
That's one for the books for sure.
Sorry, this is such a long video.
But we had such a good time.
Yep, it was a great time. It was a great time. A lot of driving.
A lot of driving, because for us it's like a 12-hour drive just from here to St. Louis, and then add another 4 hours.
5 hours, yep.
Yep, to get to Kentucky. So, but we're going back. Now we decided after this trip, we're like, we got to make this at least a once-a-year thing, right?
Yep. If not twice a year.
If not twice a year. We can't wait. We're like already looking in the fall to see if we can find a weekend to go back.
Yep.
Or maybe just move there. I don't know. Anyhow, we should probably wrap this up because we've taken enough of your time. But seriously, we love you guys. We appreciate you. We're so grateful for your support. And yeah, that's how the cookie. Cheers. We didn't cheers, so we're going to post cheers. Cheers to us and cheers to you. And we'll see you next time on The Average Drinker. I'm Dara. That's Bill. Thanks so much.